tuning in to Malibu Tonight. My name is Reagan. I'm your host, and I'm so excited for our show because tonight we welcome Pepperdine alum and actress Jenna Boyd, who you may remember from Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants or from standing in the line at the Hawk a few years ago. Not only do we have a wonderful guest, but the weather here in Malibu has been absolutely wonderful as well. Now, I know you might be shaking your fist at me for pointing out the obvious, but it gets pretty chilly around here in the winter months. The last few months have been so chilly that we were considering changing our name to Malibu Tonight. The last few months have been so chilly that we've had to sometimes put on sweatshirts at night occasionally. The last few months have been so chilly that Kanye is considering a new design for a sweater that doesn't have holes in it. But the temperature is rising, the birds are chirping, baseball season is starting once again, and spirits are high as many students head off to their spring break destinations to spend their parents' money on things that would disappoint their parents. However, springtime isn't all sunshine and pina coladas. This weekend, we must endure the most dreadful, life-changing event of the year, the dreaded daylight savings time. Millions of people across the globe will be turning their clocks ahead at 2 a.m. on Sunday, which means that we will be losing an hour of precious sleep, running late for any and all appointments and obligations, drinking an extra cup, or if you're me, 4 cups of coffee, and enjoying that extra hour of daylight by going to sleep an hour earlier than usual on Sunday night to make up for it. Let's see if we can get our minds off this impending doom as we send it over to Weekly Entertainment.
Thanks, Reagan. I'm Lindsay Diamond, and welcome to Weekly Entertainment, where the jokes write themselves. This weekend was the iHeartRadio Music Festival, and tons of artists hit the red carpet before the show to greet fans and pose for a photo op. Host Ryan Seacrest decided to go with the casual look, sporting a slick jacket, t-shirt, and jeans. Singer Ed Sheeran went with a look he called, "I just rolled out of bed, so same." Halsey arrived with a belt around her breasts and a bright yellow jacket hanging off her shoulders. And it turns out that her outfit was to be paired with actress Olivia Holt, going as mustard and uncooked hot dog. Mexican singer Josh Favela rated his outfit on the spot while posing for the cameras, giving it a thumb sorta sideways. Actress Laura Marano showed up looking pissed that nobody knew who she was, while John Hembry, lead guitarist of the Strumvellas, showed up looking like he had to piss. 21 Pilots won Alternative Rock Song of the Year, Alternative Rock Album, Alternative Rock Artist of the Year, and Best Duo Group of the Year. It's a pretty far stretch to call 21 Pilots a rock band. They rap just as much as they sing, and a lot of their sounds are electronic. Is any group with a live drummer considered rock now? 21 Pilots is about as rock and roll as Dr. Seuss was a romance author. 21 Pilots is about as rock and roll as Gary Busey is a male model. 21 Pilots is about as rock and roll as Donald Trump is a mature, level-headed adult man. In other news, Chance the Rapper has transcended all levels of awesomeness and badassery, having taken his hometown's governing into his own hands and donating $1 million to the Chicago public school system. When asked what motivated such a generous donation, the rapper said, "I just want to give the kids a little chance," winked at the reporter, and kissed a baby and burst into a cloud of fairy dust with a flourish of fanfare. That's all for Weekly Entertainment, but stick around for more Malibu Tonight and a visit from actress Jenna Boyd. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Malibu Tonight. I'm here with Hannah. A little bit later, we're going to have actress Jenna Boyd with us. But for now, Hannah, how have you been? We had spring break, and I haven't seen you for a couple of weeks.
It's been great. How was your spring break?
It was a whirlwind.
A little longer. Wish it could have been a little more relaxing, but you know.
I did have a longer spring break. I skipped all my classes yesterday.
Oh, look at you.
You know,
Just
like,
ditching
I just
school.
gave myself an extra day because that's what you
nice.
do.
You know, have some fun.
Yeah, what'd you do?
I went back to Chicago. I'm from Chicago, so I saw my family and some friends, and it was a good time. Yeah,
that's fun.
It was a little colder. It was snowing there, so your jokes
It was
earlier.
snowing?
Yeah. So when you're like the winter months in Malibu, I was like, well, it was snowing
nothing.
in Chicago, so
yeah. Oh, that's funny. I know. Well, we were up in San Francisco, and it was gorgeous during the day, and then it would get so cold at night.
Yeah.
And on our way back, we hit a pretty bad rainstorm, and so we were driving, and the windshield wipers were like, you know, and our friend from Iowa was like, oh, it's not raining that hard.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't see the lines on the road, so don't tell me it's not raining that hard. But we're back in one piece, obviously.
I'm glad.
I'm excited for the last half of this semester. So have you read any good books lately?
Ooh, good books. I don't think I've had time to read good books.
No.
If you're thinking of good books, maybe my history textbook, People in a Nation.
Okay.
Good recommendation.
Yeah. Well, I know that you guys did a pre-recorded segment about the sisterhood books that kind of correlate a little bit like that on campus. So do we want to take a look and see what you guys came up with?
Yeah, let's check it out.
Okay, great. Let's send it over.
Oh, didn't see you there. Let me just zip up my urinating pants. Here at Malibu Tonight, we love three things: questions, friendships, and pants. We want to know what you guys have to think about the Holy Trinity. Come with us.
Question number 1. What is the craziest memory you have with your best friends?
When I went to India on the service trip. Can you beat that?
Oh man, probably for me would be going to Cabo San Lucas. If you say you go to Cabo San Lucas over spring break, it's enough said.
What happens in Cabo stays in Cabo, right?
Yes.
Yeah, got it.
Last week we went to a WWE event in Anaheim, and like after the show, like we waited for the superstars to come out so we could try to see them and take pictures with them and whatnot. And then like we ended up following one of the guys on the freeway. We lost him because he was driving fast, very fast.
And we were playing a game called Butts Up where you throw a tennis ball against the wall and you try to get each other out. It's a lot of fun. But it was getting a little crazy, and he threw the ball through the door that was open. It hit my dad's beer, knocked my dad's beer over. He comes marching out with this empty glass of beer. He goes, "Hey, who threw the ball through the door?" And my friend Maddie's hiding behind me, and I just step over. I'm like, "Oh, yep, it was Maddie. He's the one that did it."
How do you feel about sharing clothes with your friends?
I don't, usually because I'm fatter than all my friends, so none of them are my size. I don't think I'd necessarily be the type to share my clothes. Like, I don't know, they're my clothes, people bought them for me, and I didn't buy them for you, so.
I mean, I don't mind, but I usually don't. Because they have their own thing.
Because they have their own.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't share clothes.
you don't?
I don't share clothes.
Really?
Why not?
I'm very particular. I mean, I'm on the smaller side, so usually my friends are a lot bigger than me, so.
But like if I ask, hey, can I borrow your sweater, you would say no.
A sweater is different. Like, yeah, if you're cold, I would clothe you. I would clothe you.
Okay.
I'd say as long as you ask me and it's not something I like love more than like most things, I don't really care.
That's good.
And as long as you give it back.
Do you want it cleaned, like washed, or do you like washing yours?
I kind of like washing my own stuff. That way I just like know I don't shrink it or anything like that.
Okay, one last question.
All right.
If you were to assemble a squad of your favorite celebrities to become your best friends, who would you pick? Like, pick 3.
Pick 3. Beyonce number 1, because you know she's bad and bougie. She's all that and a bag of chips with a sword on the side. So definitely Beyonce. Kevin Hart. He just looks like he's extremely funny, and he's short. So I don't know. It'd just always be a whole bunch of good times. Alicia Keys. I don't know, she just seems like she's super chill and like down to earth and like, I don't know, she seems like she's like super real and like what you see is what you get with her. So I guess yeah, Alicia Keys.
Ryan Reynolds. Brad Pitt. Tom Cruise. He does his own stunts. He does his own stunts.
Okay, so you need the stuntman.
You need somebody that's willing to like jump in front of a train. Or jump out of the way of a train, I guess, would be safer.
That's a great trait to have as a best friend.
Yeah, I think so. Brad Pitt's the good looking one. Ryan Reynolds is the funny one.
Which one are you?
I'm just the odd fourth wheel that just gets to tag along with everything else that they do. I'm the glue that holds it all together.
Right.
We sure hope you like seeing our pants. We'd love to see more of yours. So send them on into Malibu Tonight at 24255 Pacific Coast Highway, Malibu, California 90263. Happy pantsing.
Happy pantsing.
Oh my gosh.
Woo.
I can't believe that guy thinks he's too fat to
I
wear
know
his
that.
clothes. Honestly, it was funny, but
My heart
it, like,
was
broke
sad.
a little bit.
Yeah.
But then you have, the blonde over there who's giving her friend sass.
Oh, yeah,
for
I
not
like a little
giving the
sass.
Sweater, and I'm just like, yo,
Always good for a
relax,
little sass.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
I like guys' sweatshirts, like whatever.
I know. Do you I always ask for guys' sweatshirts because they make them way more comfortable.
They're bigger and they're
just
like
softer.
You can just cuddle.
And I know, just much better made
Yeah.
almost.
Oh, for sure.
I share clothes with my roommate
I
the
share
time.
clothes with my roommate too.
There's just one thing that is in my closet that I think she asked me to borrow one time, and I bit her. Almost.
bit her?
Not literally, but I was just like, what?
Isn't that your roommate's dress?
It is.
There we go.
I can't believe you remember that. Yeah, it is. She actually let me borrow it tonight because I don't have a cute black dress.
Well, it's cute. I like it.
Thank you. Me too. I don't think I'm going to give it back.
Oh,
Just
well,
tell
don't.
her I
Okay,
said
keep it on the DL.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, I really enjoyed the pre-record segment. It looked really funny. I liked that you guys added the address to it. At first I was like, why is that the address you're giving? That's not my address. And I realized it is our address. Anyway, don't go anywhere. We will be right back with more Malibu Tonight and our guest star, Jenna Boyd.
Woo.
Welcome back to Malibu Tonight. I'm sitting here with Jenna Boyd, actress. Jenna, I'm so glad that you're here with us.
I'm honestly so excited too. I don't think I've been here since my brother graduated, which was over a year ago now.
Oh my gosh! So he graduated after you graduated.
A year after me. So
Okay.
we went to school together our entire lives.
That's fun.
Yeah.
And he's a year younger than you.
He is.
So you guys are really close.
We are really close, and he would even come knock on my dorm door because I took all the classes that he was taking the year before.
Right, and
so he
then
would come
ask
knock on my
you
door
about it.
and ask for homework help,
The notes.
just like
Yeah.
high school. So
Yeah.
nothing changed.
It never ever changes.
Yep.
Just wait until you guys start with the same jobs. And
Oh, we actually do work for the same company now.
Yeah.
So
See, there you
we're
go.
just gonna be together
You're-
forever.
You
he and
never
I.
separated. Always. I love that. My sister and I are really close. And
That's awesome.
She's hopefully gonna come to Pepperdine. She's thinking about it. And
Good.
trying to,
Yeah, I
give her
dragged
that
him with
final
me,
push.
so.
Yeah. Well, I'm honored that this is the next time that you've been at Pepperdine. Really excited. This is the best show that we've had this semester.
That's
so,
exciting.
Woo,
Well, I'm
good
glad I
luck
could be a part
charm.
of it.
Yeah. So Jenna, tell me about what you've been up to. I know originally everyone here knows you from Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. You played Bailey.
I did.
But you've come such a long way since then. So what are you doing now?
Yeah, I took a bit of a break on certain projects just because I was trying to get a degree, and that was really, really important to me. But since I've graduated, I actually just about a month ago finished filming a Netflix show. So it's a brand new show that'll come out in June, and we are done with season 1. And there's a really good chance that we'll go to season 2.
Oh,
so,
yeah. And it's called Atypical.
It's called Atypical. Hey, that's me. That's from my Instagram.
That's so cute.
But yeah, it was really, really fun and a very different thing for me. So
What is
very
it?
exciting.
What's it about?
It's actually about a family, and the lead character has autism. And so the show is all about the different struggles that come with that for him, but also his family, like having a brother that has autism or a son that has autism, and I play his girlfriend throughout the show. So I look very different than I do now for the show. I am very, very nerdy and quirky, so it's fun. It's a fun change for me.
I love nerdy, quirky kids. They're always
it's
the
kind
ones
of
that I like relate
Jessica
to.
Day from New Girl-ish.
Yes,
a little bit of that going on.
Yeah,
so.
I'm really excited to watch it. And you said it comes out in the summer.
Yes, it does, in June.
Okay. So I will definitely be one of the fans to watch it.
Good, I'm so glad.
And you said it was kind of a different character than you're used to?
Yeah, typically people hire me to do like the screaming and crying and fearing for my life kind of a character. It was high drama.
Okay,
But this was fun for somebody to take a chance on me for comedy, and so exciting to do something different and be seen differently by other people. So
just as a new step, a different direction. That's really fun. And you just did an indie film last October, was it?
Actually, it's a year ago now that I finished that. And, you know, with indie films, you never know what's going to happen with them. You could never see them. They could be in some deep, dark corner of Netflix, or they could be a big deal. So I was in the middle of nowhere in Michigan filming that. That's that. Wow. So
And you were actually in Michigan.
I was, and I played a pregnant bartender, so wildly different than
quirky Jessica Day. Okay.
So, but that's what I want to do in my work. Is I don't want to be the same character a million times. I want to do something different. So
yeah, I understand that. And then on the side, I know this is a big project. When I was Googling your name, that you're really big into, skincare products. Do you want to talk about that for a second?
I do. I actually work with a company called Rodan & Fields, and how that all started what was something else?
There we go.
Hey, there's my acne photos that I hate, so that's exciting. Actually, when I was here in school, I was struggling super, super badly with acne. And I discovered these products, and they ended up being the only thing that ever worked for me. So I decided I wanted to be a representative of the company. And a lot of that had to do with I wanted to keep chasing my dream of acting. And I didn't know how I was going to do that with a corporate career. Like that that's not an option. That's just not going to happen. And so I had a friend who was having a lot of success with this company, and I jumped on board and haven't looked back since. And it's been incredibly exciting. I actually just got back into town from a trip that the company awarded me. So I got to take my best friend.
That's awesome. That's really exciting, because I know that that's something that you can do for a long time while maintaining the acting career.
Totally. And I was on set, like, working my business from the chairs off the camera. So
great. Well, I'm really glad you shared that. Sorry about the photo.
No, I hate those photos, but the reason I put them out there is because they ultimately help people. So
awesome. Well, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll actually get a chance to kind of talk about some other products and kind of see what works and what doesn't work.
Cool.
So stay put. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Malibu Tonight. I'm here once again with Jenna. Jenna, thanks for coming.
Of course.
And we're going to kind of walk through a little bit about what your skincare product is.
Yeah.
So we actually pulled an audience member. So Evelyn, do you want to come on? Evelyn is a member that we just selected at random to come on, and Jenna can talk about what her product is. So Evelyn, hi.
Do we want to do a skincare quiz really quickly?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to pull out my phone. I've got it all set up and here ready to go. But the first question is, what concerns you the most? Is it acne or dullness or dark marks or wrinkles or sensitivity?
Is there an all of the above question?
Oh my gosh. No, but there is a no concern. So whoever checks that is very lucky.
Very lucky, seriously.
So you can check off whichever one it is for you. You can just push the little button.
Okay. Also, I know we have some products over here.
We do, and these are just basic drugstore products, and our products are a little higher end than that. So if you find something in the drugstore that absolutely works for you, you should keep using that. But if you don't have something that works for you, you might need to invest in something that's a little bit more than just something you can get at CVS. Generally, these kinds of products are great for getting dirt and makeup off, but they're not necessarily great for improving your skin. So it can get your skin clean, but things aren't necessarily going to get better. So that's the biggest difference.
Okay, and so I think she's taking the quiz a
Okay,
little bit.
cool.
What are some other questions that she's answering right now?
She's answering whether her skin is dry or oily. She's answering how old she is. She's answering how many blemishes maybe she gets a month. So that's all going to factor into really what the doctors themselves are going to spit out as far as an answer of what products would be best for her.
Awesome. And so I think you have your results. So tell us a little bit what her results are and what that means.
Yeah, sure. So the doctors have actually recommended our reverse regimen. So you might not be able to see this, but maybe you can. It's tiny on the screen, but that's what the regimen looks like. And that's for just brightening the skin and getting rid of any dullness and evening out the skin tone completely. And some of the before and after pictures with this one are really, really dramatic. So
I noticed that this bottle, it's orange.
Yes, it is.
Do they have different colors for the different
They do.
problems?
I struggled with acne, as you clearly saw, and I used the unblemished regimen, and that really, really helped. I went from wearing like 3 different colors of foundation every single day at school here to now never wearing any. So, super, super thankful.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
I know. Well, I am really glad that you came on. Did you read about what it was that you did? Yeah, I think it's really cool. I would like to say, you know, like Ellen and say, oh, everyone in the audience gets some.
You get a regimen. You get a
it
regimen.
all.
Yeah.
We're not there yet here at Malibu Tonight. But we're close. We're close. So Evelyn, thank you so much.
Girlfriend.
And Jenna, thank you so much for coming on the show. That will wrap it up for tonight. Thanks for sticking with us. Thanks to the audience who watched us at home. Thank you and good night.